for those of you that maybe have restrictive spaces with HOAs or don't have the ability to have antennas at all at your facility, like if you're in a assisted living facility or independent care facility, one of the options that you have is with different remote ham radio type situations. So one of the vendors that I played around with a little bit is the RHR, the remote ham radio, and they have this website which is pretty cool, and you go to it. I've already logged in here. And once you've got an account, you have the ability to connect up to stations all over the United States and in some cases the world, where you can rent by the minute some of these facilities. So if we were to look at down here, there's got Puerto Rico and Croatia. If you've got a U.S. general license or above, you can get reciprocal licensing there. But if we bring up this one station in Colorado, 50 cents a minute. So let's connect to it. You have the ability to do 100 watts, or you can do full 1500 watts for a little bit more, depending on what you want to do. So we've got now the spectrum up at the station, and here's the ticker. It's going. So the previous person on there was looking at 10 meter FT8. We can move over to, let's look at what's going on 20 meters SSB. We're going to turn on the audio here so we can hear that. Scroll through the band here. We've got the regular spectrum scope. And basically what you do is you tune in to wherever you want to be. And then you would use the control key to actually do the PTT. So this one is running a little bit slow, so let's check another one out. Every once in a while there's issues. The RHR generally uses Flex Radio 6400 and 6600 systems. But depending on the location, sometimes there can be issues and they reboot them remotely. So here we go, got the spectrum going. Let's bring up. Okay, right now we can see that down here with the antennas, they've got a big Yagi pointing to the Pacific. Let's see what. So we can basically use. I'm using the scroll knob on there. Here we go. Here's some voice. Pointed at the South Pacific right now. Zoom in a little bit more at the waveforms. Here we go. Or the waterfall. Let's see who's coming in here.
Well, not only that, but it won't line up. And boy, I'm telling you, it's really critical how those holes light up.
Got some SST going on. That's gonna blow your ears out.
Thanks for that. You're a 5-5 into North Carolina. Thank you. I really appreciate it. 7-3. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. 7-3. Okay. Papa Hotel. Yes, I had with the 5-5 into 9822 Wisconsin. Over.
So let's see what call sign they're calling. It sounds like they're a POTA. I haven't looked at the website yet.
No, thank you so much. Yeah, you got to check that propagation. You're sounding good this way. Yeah, a little bit weak, but the band is kind of wonky today. Over. UTV second operator, over. Victor Papa 9 November Tango. This is Whiskey 4 Kilo Mike Zulu. I have you 5-5 into my park, US 8327 QSL.
So we've got a guy here doing POTA, so let's see if we can hunt him.
Copy Whiskey 4 kilowatt Mike Zulu. 5-5 okay. 5-5 into my park. 025 QSL. You have a great activation, Clyde. Merry Christmas in 73. 73, my friend, and Merry Christmas to you and your family. Kilo Bravo 4, Kilo Alpha Charlie.
There's a little bit of a pileup going on there.
Roger, Todd. I have you 5-7 into Central North Carolina this afternoon. Roger, thank you for the 5-7. I copy you 5-9 into Bermuda, QSL. QSL 7-3, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Try to get the beam on there a little bit. My lord, that's a big signal there. Let's see what the...
QSL, you're 5-5 New Brunswick, Canada. 5-5 in New Brunswick, Canada. Roger, thank you for the 5-5. I copy you 5-7. 5-7 into Bermuda, QSL. QSL, 73, have fun.
I'm not going to get in there. So let's...
Drove me towards ham radio in the mid-70s. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Like I said, I just got started. My background is doing radar most of my life, working fire control radar.
Wow.
Well, I've talked to another fellow. It's been probably maybe...
That is not fun. Oh boy. Alright, so I'm looking at a few different parks. Let's see.
Kilo Alpha 1, Victor Romeo Yankee, parks on the air.
November 6, Alpha Charlie Alpha.
November 6, Alpha Charlie Alpha, 592 Parks, Missouri.
QSL, you're 5-9 into New York.
Thanks for the 5-9 unit, New York. Have a wonderful Christmas in 73.
73, thanks for activating.
My pleasure. QRZ.
And there we go. We just did a contact from New York to Kilo Alpha 1, Victor Romeo uniform. I guess he's in Indiana. So wasn't that fun? So if you've got a system out there, like if you've got a whole shack set up and thousands of dollars in gear and you have to liquidate it, you could put in a lot of that money into an account and hook up with one of these. Or if you've got a club that has a remote station, you can get the same sort of resources. Lots of fun. And then we just disconnect and I stop recording.